Oh, the AC.
Oye, te hablo desde la prisión. Wilson Manyoma. Borbona.
Right now. Blam, blam, blam.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Look, this right here.
Masters of None, episode 119. It's Tuesday. We're back in the building. It's been a great week. A good Memorial Day weekend? What is it?
Labor Day.
Labor Day weekend, excuse me. Masters of None, episode 119. We're live right now. Come check us out right now. Click the link.
Right now, click the link, guys. Woo, we're live. Look, literally, right now.
Right now, we're live.
Right now.
So, a little social media plug. We forgot to do it before the episode. But,
yeah, man, it was a
What's
good
up?
weekend. Good Labor Day. You had some fun. I know you were out and about doing your Labor Day thing.
I was in the Poconos, getting my fucking tan on.
The Poca who?
The Poconos. Yo, I was at a water park. You know what? I've been to Poconos once. And I don't even remember going outside. I'm pretty sure we stayed in like the Airbnb the whole time. This time we went to a couple different things. You can see like where they carve out this place that people like ski and snowboard at. Like there's just sections in the side of the mountain with no trees.
Yeah, and if you get out of the section with no trees, you die.
Yeah. If you go to this section with if you go from no trees to trees, yeah, 100%. I can see that happening.
They call it a black diamond. Like the tough
one, yeah.
Yeah, because they put black diamonds on your tombstone when you die.
When you die from that
Those
shit.
are the shapes that they carve into it.
Bro, my Airbnb was at the corner of like a slope or a lane, whatever the fuck they call this thing.
A slalom.
Is that what it's called? So if it was the winter time, I would be able to see like skiers like coming down. It was a good time. Wasn't a bad time at all. It was like mostly like a vacation for the kids, so it wasn't necessarily like 100% of like adult behaviors, but it was a good time. I definitely hated like my sleeping arrangements, like where I slept, but other than that, 10 out of 10.
What happened with the sleeping arrangements? You got stuck. They put you in the car. You had to sleep in like the back of like the Honda.
It was like weird the way it worked out. I think it just had to have worked out that way, but I ended up sleeping like in like, it wasn't a small bed, it was a full, like it was small compared to what I sleep in normally, but it was a full size bed. But it was like a children's full size bed, so it was just uncomfortable as fuck.
At least you had a bed.
Yeah, 100%. Everybody had a bed. I want you to know that.
Time to be thankful. And before we go too far, we got another complaint from Spaz about the intro music being too loud.
I cranked it up slowly. Was it too loud inevitably, or was it too loud from the jump? Because I listen to every single podcast, like when I edit the audio version. So like sometimes I can hear that it just clips over and it's just like so much. It's the transition from the elevator music.
Well, I think what I'm going to do, there must be no compressor on the channel. I got to put a compressor on that.
Yeah, or we're going to limit it. I'm going to put it, because look where it's at now. It's not even all the way up.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to adjust.
Spaz, this is halfway through. Is this a good volume? It sounds like.
Yeah, you know what? Let's ask the chat. Everybody put your podcast to the volume that you typically listen to it at.
Yeah.
All right? Or that's comfortable to hear the voices and hear us talking. And then we're going to play this intro music the way Birdo just did and let us know if it's too loud or not. Because, I'm going to throw a compressor on it anyway, but we need like some kind of, we'll mark the slider.
And then what I'll do is I'll just never go above that. Saif says it's a cupboard under the stairs. Some fucking Harry Potter shit. I guess it could have been worse. You're absolutely right. Yo, this bed was so uncomfortable, bro, that I just got up in the middle of the night and I went to go sleep on the couch.
Here's the thing. I'm sorry, I wasn't listening to you really just now because I'm trying to figure this out because the last thing I want is to be blowing people's ears out.
Yeah, I don't want to be, I'd rather blow backs out, not eardrums.
That's right. Oh, yeah, I'm going to leave. So he said right now the voices and the volume of the intro music is good. I think it's the discrepancy because the waiting music is so low that people turn up their volume to hear that.
Yeah.
And then it's too loud when intro music comes in. All right, guys, we got that figured out.
This is the line we're going to right here.
It's about halfway.
Yeah, I'm going to start it down here, and I'm just going to. Stop it right there.
Yeah, that's perfect. All right, you see, Spaz, we just sorted this out live on the air.
Yeah.
Just for you, man.
Yeah, if this ever happens again, it's because I'm an idiot.
Yeah,
and
man.
not because we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
All right, and Saif agrees that that's good. Okay, cool. That's what
All
we
right,
got, guys.
moving on.
That's what we got. That's what we got. Moving on. So, what did everybody do for Labor Day? Did we have barbecues? What do we do?
Do people celebrate Labor Day the way they celebrate like Memorial Day?
Not to the degree of Memorial Day, because Memorial Day is more like a big summer, like kind of kickoff. And then you have Labor Day is like the end of summer.
Yeah.
So people are just like, damn, now I got to put away all my white high heels and I got to put away all my white pants.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. You start swapping out the clothing, swapping out the wardrobe. You know, I mean, it's a sad time.
Yeah.
My whole apartment is decorated for fall already. My girl went in.
You guys got a bunch of pumpkin spice incense?
Bro, you know what's so funny? Big ass pumpkin spice candle, 3 wick. It's burning on the dining room table right now as we speak. I walked in today, and that's exactly what it was. I'm going to tell her to send a picture. If she's listening right now, babe, if you're listening to this right now, go ahead and send me a picture of that candle, please. So
I was just going to ask you if it was too early for pumpkin spice. Like, is it, if you go to the breweries right now, are there like pumpkin beers and shit already?
Yeah.
Does Starbucks already have their fucking pumpkin spice latte?
Yeah.
I've never had one of them shits.
Yeah, they're fucking good, man. It's just, they're more like ceremonial than they are good. I mean, they are good. Don't get me wrong. They're good, but it's more about like, it's a tradition kind of thing.
Yeah.
You do that. I'm more of like a chestnut praline kind of guy, to be honest.
What is that?
When we're getting close to Christmas, man, they make this chestnut praline.
Is that minty? Because I don't like nothing with
Nope.
fucking that's
not.
like pepper. I don't like peppermint and shit like that.
Nope, it's not. It's like chestnut praline latte is like
a hazelnut almost.
it's almost like cinnamony, like kind of
Okay.
cinnamon, like, you know, it's good. It's fucking good, man. There's
gotta
no
try
coffee
that.
in it. I mean, it's just a delicious, warm, like, you know, beverage.
Well, even the pumpkin spice latte is a fucking dessert. That shit's a cupcake. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
It is. It's a liquefied cupcake. That's 100% what it is.
Yeah, that's not like, I don't drink this to get my day going. You know what I'm saying? I like a nitro cold brew. That shit's gonna get my fucking day going.
Bro, get your day going. You ever drink one of those like on an empty stomach? You'll fucking throw up.
Dude,
And not throw up from being sick. You'll throw up from like your heart beating out of your chest.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's no good, man. That's no good. You got to be careful with the cold brews, man.
They're deceiving.
People sleep on the cold brews. I found this out from a person that I knew that is really into coffee. Was like, this is the reason it's so high in caffeine and gets you like all jittery and shit is that a lot of the caffeine is burned off during the brewing process with hot coffee. And with cold brew coffee, there's none of that. So it has like the full caffeine content. You know, and plus it's cold. So when something's cold, you tend to drink it more quickly.
It's easier to drink, yeah.
So you'll down that shit on the commute to work, get to work, and being like AFib, you know, and you're losing your shit. You know, you're sweating, you're ready to throw up, you're just ready to fucking like conquer the globe, and then you vomit on yourself.
And it's also not very hard to make. One of my coworkers was telling me that he makes it every night for the next morning, and he just makes it in like a French press.
Cold brew coffee?
Yeah, he says and could be, maybe he's not doing it right, but he's drinking this shit every morning. He says he does, like, he just puts the coffee in like the French press, the French press, and then in the morning he presses that shit, and that's cold brew. And I don't make my own cold brew, so I don't know if that's the way this should be made. I don't know if it's like there's a temperature requirement.
It's definitely not the way it's made, because I think, you know, every time you go into like a coffee shop and they have those glass things that are like slowly dripping coffee, I think that's the process. I think that way
That's drip coffee though, isn't it?
But it's cold brew. It's like, I think.
I don't know.
I
don't
mean,
know.
you know what? I really don't know. So really I should like kind of cut my loss and just sit down and shut the hell up.
Because even when you think about like hot coffee, water just goes through it. The reason why it works better is because that shit is hot.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I have no idea. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a back seat on this one. I'm going to let this one be. Go ahead and make your French press cold brew, man.
I believe it.
Go for it, dude. Go for it.
It does sound logical.
Yeah. I mean, logical for the lack of logic I have. Absolutely. I love it.
Yeah.
Do it. I have a French press. I'm doing it tonight.
I thought I had a French press. Turns out I got a fucking milk frother I never knew about. I was like, oh, sick. I got a French press. And I open this shit up and I'm like, huh. why is there a spring in this thing? Like, this isn't a French press. And like, I look up because it came with like a Ninja coffee machine that I bought.
No, it's probably a hot frother.
It is a frother. I thought it looked like a fucking French press to me.
Nah, French press is just like a glass thing with like a plunger that you pushed it through the top.
What does that thing look like? It's a glass thing with like a plunger like thing. The only difference is like there's no, I don't know if there's like a negative pressure that gets created from the French press, but this thing doesn't have that.
Yeah.
They do look similar when
those are bomb though.
Yeah. I mean, I never knew I had it. I never used it. I have a electronic frother.
Shit, I'll buy that hot frother off you, bro. You trying to sell it?
The other one,
I'm in the market
bro.
for
We
one.
don't even have the machine anymore. You could have it.
But it's
100%.
separate though, right?
Yeah, but I have an electric frother that warms your milk or cools your milk, depending on what you want. You could either do cold foam or you could do hot foam.
So this one will heat it up, right?
The one I'm talking about doesn't do dick. It's a manual one, the one that I found in the fucking cupboard.
A manual one, what? Like you got to crank it?
You pump it like this.
Oh, so I got to jerk this thing off to get some fucking froth?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Keep that fucking thing.
Yeah, no. And I said the other one that I have is the electric one. We got to get into the stories, man. I can't talk about how I get frothed off in the morning right now. I can talk about this for fucking hours.
So now I got to hire a frother.
Hire a frother. You see Mark Zuckerberg hired a fucking MMA coach? You seen the video of him training?
I'll tell you what, Mark Zuckerberg will knock out half the motherfuckers in Bellator.
Mark Zuckerberg's got a mean double leg. Did you see that?
Bro, I was more impressed by the fluidity of his leg kick.
Yeah, he does look awkward as fuck, though. In his face.
Well, yeah, he is awkward. He's the fucking guy that invented Facebook. What do you think? He's going to look normal?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. But he was doing his thing.
You swapped our mic arms, didn't you, fucker?
Did I? No.
You absolutely did.
No, I didn't.
This guy's pulling some kind of shit over here. You know? He thinks I don't know.
Did your mic arm never feel that way?
Nope.
Ah, that's interesting.
Huh, yours looks pretty good today.
What? Mine just works.
I'm just saying.
You saying I'm always fucking struggling with mine and shit?
Now you like to grip that thing.
Yeah, maybe we're a baseball bat. Maybe we're in just a better place that works for my mic stand. It doesn't work for yours. You think I'm going to fucking touch that contraption? For the people at home that don't know, Justin's microphone arm is always like with 90% ready to fucking just fall off.
Listen, man, it gets the job done. And it's a perfect height for your boy.
Yeah. And we had to do some MacGyvering. And let's say there was 4 screws holding it together. When we put it together, there's like half of a screw holding it together now.
Yep, half a screw only because there's half of the remaining wood.
Yeah.
Well, what point is there to use a whole screw on half the amount of wood we had previously? I mean, it's like a recipe. You cut it in half.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Now that's all that's needed.
Yeah, man. Yo, Twiz, what's good, man? You out here yelling first, but then said nothing else.
Yeah, what's up with you, Twiz? I've been calling Twiz. Twiz, where are you, Twiz?
Twiz not picking up the phone.
You don't pick up the phone for us, Twiz?
You know, man.
Things are happening, man. Did you, 200, speaking about Labor Day weekend, over 200 people were stung by jellyfish this weekend on Long Island.
Really?
Yeah. 200 plus people reported being stung by jellyfish.
Damn, that's a lot of people peeing on people to relieve the burning.
Yeah, that's why I don't fucking like the beaches out here. When I read this, I was like, yes, fuel for the fucking fire.
The beach I go to rather often, actually, a guy surf casting off the beach like last week.
What the fuck is surf casting?
Like casting off the beach.
Okay.
Instead of going out on a boat.
Okay.
You know, he pulled in like a 3-foot shark.
Oh, shit.
Bro, just casting off the beach.
Pulled in a shark?
Yeah. Now, I'm no sharkologist, but this thing, it looked like a little great white.
Yo, 100%.
I'm just going to go out there and just say it.
A 3-foot shark will still fuck you up.
Are you kidding me? A 3-foot shark, bro, that'll injure your Achilles for life.
Bro, I was in the fucking zoo this weekend. One of the other things I did before we got to Poconos, we stopped in New Jersey to get this fucking zoo. Whatever. Dude, I was like, the glass was in between me and a lion. Dude, these things are fucking enormous.
Yeah.
That animal, if it had enough intellect, could fuck you in the mouth if it wanted to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude, we stand no chance.
Oh my God.
It's laughable when people try to give you the scenarios of how they'd survive a lion attack. I'm like, you're not surviving anything. Like, this is the first thing I would do. I'd go for the eyes. Get out of here, all right?
Yo.
Don't talk to me about how you're going to go for the eyes of a lion when it's attacking you in like full-on hunter-predator mode.
Nope.
No, that thing's gonna put them thumbs in your back. You know them high thumbs that your dog has that look like it's not for anything?
Yeah, well, their shit works.
Yeah, their shit works and their shit has a purpose. That shit is like the talon on a falcon. And that shit'll just dig into your back. How do you think they hang on to those wildebeests that are bucking all wild and shit like that?
Bro, these things kill things and drag them up trees.
Bro, drag them up trees, drag them wherever they want, bro. They'll find a tree,
Dude,
and then they'll drag it all the way till it finds a tree on this desolate savanna, and then drag them up there.
Bro, this thing was so big. It was like, my dog is decently big, and it was like, the head was just enormous, bro. It was like, it was unbelievably big.
Yeah, it's like indescribable. Like
Yeah,
you're trying to, I see you trying to find something that can scale this, but it's something that you can't imagine.
Bro, that shit looked like it had a helmet on, like a race car helmet. You ever seen like people that race cars?
The big ass
Yeah.
hole, the full face.
Yeah, that shit looked like it had like a motorcycle helmet. That shit looked like very like the biggest dog you've ever seen had a helmet on. That's how big this fucking thing's head was. It was enormous. Bro, it was so fucking big. It was frightening. I was like, and there's kids just beating up against the glass and shit. I'm like, get back, kids. This thing can break through that glass at any moment. Yeah, bro. There was a lot of animals in there, but that one was by far like the one that was just like, holy fuck, we are not the top. We're the top of the food chain because we could build cribs. If we couldn't build houses and shit, we were exposed to the elements.
Bro, there's no chance. People get jacked and dragged into the woods all the time. You ever see those videos of, like India and shit like that? Like people are just like, bro, people just like walking down. All of a sudden, like a fucking tiger comes out and drags this motherfucker into the forest, and it's over. They're still living in the time where there's monsters that are just abducting people. Like somebody goes missing from the village, you're just like, damn. It's not like, man, probably ran off with their side piece.
Nope.
Probably, maybe got locked up. No. That thing could be lunch right now. That human is lunch right now in some tropical bush.
Bro, I've seen so many videos of like people in the streets just running crazy from fucking jaguars or fucking big cats in places like that. Did you see the monkey that got loose from the zoo?
Bro,
in
over
Ukraine?
in the Ukraine, bro, big ass chimp walking through. I was like, yo, Caesar's about to take over.
Yo, when I seen that lady and that monkey coming towards her, I was like, oh, it's a wrap. We can't. Oh, by the way, we can't show you guys any fucking violent videos because we got a warning and we don't want to strike. So, yes, I wanted to show you guys some of the things we're going to talk about tonight, but we can't show you because for the next 90 days, we have a fucking warning and we don't want to strike because warnings go away and strikes don't. So, in 90 days from now, or from 90 days from when we did it, we'll show more fucking stabbings. But for now, we got to take it easy.
He doesn't mean that.
Allegedly.
I
don't mean that.
So if you remember, that was the video with them two idiots that went in there fucking around like they were about to just like easily rob this guy, and then this guy went full on Rambo on this fool.
Juked him.
Bro, he juked that dude up like some shit I never seen. I was like, oh my God, this guy's the real life, like what's his name? Ryan Reynolds superhero character. What's his name?
Which one? He played two. Wasn't he the
one with the swords that makes all the stupid jokes?
Oh,
Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool.
Yo, he did that dude like Deadpool, bro. I was like, oh my God. And that guy said, he stabbed me. I'm dead. And I was like, yo, what's fucked up is everybody that I showed that video to laughed when he said that. Everybody. Even the girls. They see it and they're like, what'd he say? I'm dead. They're like, bitch.
Yeah, well, you listen, that's why you don't fucking commit robberies.
That's why you don't do that.
Don't do stupid. You play stupid game, win stupid prizes. But at the same time, I'm also pissed because there was a bunch of news YouTube channels that played that shit, and their video's still up.
Yeah, I mean, they could try to stop us, but they can't stop us.
Whatever. But the chimpanzee that got loose in the Ukraine, you know why? Like how he like ended up getting him back.
No.
So the trainer comes out and the trainer does like sit down next to him and shit like that. But what is she? She's not gonna wrangle this chimpanzee up.
Oh no, she thought she was gonna reason with him.
Yeah, well, that's what she was trying to do. And guess what? Mother Nature. I'm not really a big believer in the big guy.
What happened? The chimp whooped her ass?
No, bro. It started raining, and the chimp was like, "Oh no, fuck this."
Oh, he said, "Oh no, I'm an indoor chimp."
Yeah, did you see when she put the sweater on it?
Oh wait, that was real?
That was
I
real.
saw a part of the video, but then I read the description and it was like, they're trying to wrangle the chimp. Chimp won't listen. And then it starts raining. They offer him a sweater and he agrees to go home.
Dude, they put the sweater on him. There's a video of her putting the sweater on him. And she takes her sweater off, puts it on the chimpanzee, and that's it. He wants to go home. He wants to go to his enclosure.
Look at that. And they say chivalry is dead.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Did she have another shirt that she put down over the puddle?
No. No, she had an umbrella as she walked him back. But yeah, that's how they got him back.
Jesus, that's unbelievable.
Can you imagine if it didn't rain? How do you you got to trank that thing, right? There's no other way to get it.
Oh yeah,
you're not going to wrangle a fucking chimpanzee.
You're a big, strong guy. You're a 6 foot Latino. We don't exist like that. And I'll tell you right now, that chimp would grab your arm and rip it off your body,
clean off,
and toss it.
Yeah,
like that's what he would do. You know what he'd do to me, bro? Remove my head from my body. I'll be like, quick, here. Deep half guard.
Yeah, right.
Smash my skull.
Did you see that? It was like new chimps that they're finding now.
There's new ones.
There's like they don't.
Do they read and shit and like make weapons? Because listen, I seen this movie and it don't pan out well.
They got a video of one rolling a spliff. No, it's no, they're like finding like bones of them, and they're saying like maybe they exist. You know, they don't know. There's a couple things they don't know about. Like they don't know shit about the fucking ocean. But there's also like. All of the and not every jungle has been searched like completely.
Oh
no,
no,
there's shit living in there. There's possibly shit living in there that we don't know about.
Bro, there's shit under the ground in the backyard of some old retired couple in Sayville's house.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, if you go dig up anywhere, you go deep enough, you're gonna find some.
You're gonna find some new shit. So they found like a chimp that was like significant. It was like a double XL chimp. It was like way bigger. And now
it was a supersized chimp.
It was a supersized chimp. And now today I seen a video, picture on Reddit of like one that they like just killed in somewhere in South America, and they had it like propped up. This fucking thing was enormous, bro. It was sitting down, and its like hands were like down to like almost at the bottom of its calves.
What?
Dude,
like his limb length was just.
Yeah, his limb length was crazy.
Damn. Now, you want to talk about scary? We talk about lions, bro. I want nothing to do with an 8-foot chimp.
Yeah. A gorilla fuck you up or any one of those apes.
Bro, when you see these like gorillas, like when they're around people, you remember that crazy story when that young girl fell into like the gorilla enclosure?
Oh no, I thought you were gonna talk about when that zanned up fucking gorilla bit that lady's face off.
It wasn't even a gorilla. That was a chimp.
That was a chimp, yeah.
That was a chimp also, and she used to give him Xannies and green tea at night.
Wine.
Yeah, she used to give him wine. Exactly. Crazy.
Go ahead.
Crazy, lonely ass lady just fucking with this chimp. I know there's something going on there.
There was 1,000% something going on. It wasn't the same relationship Bubbles had with Michael. This was something different.
This was very
This wasn't bargaining for exchange. There was something afoot. 1,000% because she loved that chimp.
Yeah, and she would get him liquored up and shit. Give him some fucking Xannies and shit. Like, there was something going on there. And then she's like, how was that, darling? Do you want some tea?
Yeah. The chimp smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
And it fucked up her and her friend. Did it kill her?
No. Shoulda.
But the friend was the one that got the worst.
Nah, it was the owner.
The friend was the one that got her face.
Oh, that's right. The
off.
friend was the one that got, yeah. Damn.
Crazy. Go ahead. Tell your story about the girl that fell into the zoo enclosure.
No, that was like it was like years ago. Some little girl fell into the gorilla enclosure, and then the big like silverback is like coming over to where she's at, and she like fell and like passed out, like she got hurt when she fell, so she wasn't moving. And he walks in, everybody's like screaming and stuff. They're trying to yell for the gorilla to get away, and like this big gorilla goes over. He's like investigating her and shit, and they were like, "It's gonna kill her. Like he's gonna pick her up and like rip her in half." And then another girl, like a female gorilla, came. I forget, let me not start assuming which one was male and female.
Yeah,
I don't remember how this relationship went. I don't know if the guy saved her or the girl saved her. But one of them just picked her up and like goes and like sits with her and like doesn't let the other gorillas fuck with her. Damn. And she just hangs on to it. It's like crazy, bro. It's crazy. Like some kind of nurturing instinct took over or something like that.
That's insane because for every one story about the gorillas, like, saving the girl, there's like 5 more of animals fucking killing that thing. Yeah. Killing whoever falls in there.
Or really hurting them.
Yeah.
There was that drunk guy that went in a lion enclosure a couple years ago too.
Idiot.
Do you remember him?
I remember the one that went into the polar bear exhibit.
Like this guy went into the lion exhibit.
Did he kill him?
No, he's all drunk, just yelling, and the lions are looking at him. There's like two of them. They walk over and shit, and they're looking at each other like, what the hell? And he's like, ah, and they're like, oh, fuck, they're like, this guy's crazy. They never come in here. It's like, something's wrong with this guy and shit, and they just left him alone.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't do anything to him. It's like crazy.
You know, that guy didn't learn nothing from that experience.
Nah, are you kidding me, man? That's how he gets every girl at the bar. Kidding me? He's like, remember that viral video, hun? And they're like, which one? And he's like, that dumb drunk guy. And they're like, yeah, he was an idiot. He's like, I'm him.
That's me.
That's me walking in here right now.
In the flesh.
Right? The flesh. He's super strong and super naked.
In the flesh. I wanted to ask you about something that I sent you. Let's catch up on the chat before we...
Yeah, we'll catch up on the chat real quick. Go for it.
All right. Harambe RIP. Facts. Gone but never forgotten. I think there was another gorilla. It was just Harambe, but never. He never got aggressive. Just treated her like a baby gorilla, which is still probably more aggressive than humans can normally handle. Yeah. That's 100% true. Because you know what they probably do to baby gorillas. Just try to pick up a baby gorilla by the arm will take a little kid's arm off. Yeah. But I want to ask you, and also I'm curious about how the chat feels about this too. Did I send you the article that was like that fast food workers could see up to $22 an hour in California next year?
Who? The minimum wage?
Yeah. No. Fast food workers specifically.
Are going to what?
They can see, it's possible that they could see up to $22 an hour next year.
They still can't afford to live in California with that money. I don't know why people are acting like that's so crazy.
But that's not all of California.
No, it's the areas you want to live in. Yeah,
but there's many areas where $22 is still $22 fucking dollars an hour, because New York is a very expensive place to live as well. And $22 an hour, while you're not living in the is it the laps of luxury or the lap, whatever the fucking expression is, you're not living it up. You're not doing that bad. You making 22, your girl makes 22. You guys could afford to eat out every once in a while.
Yeah, but you ain't buying a house and you ain't renting anything decent.
No, but you could exist
unless you have no debt. I shouldn't say that, because there's people that are living better than I am because they avoided car payments, they avoided student loans.
Yeah,
but 22 is a significant amount of money, man.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. But I had this argument with
they're unsustainable over there.
That's the thing.
They're crazy over there.
And the
businesses are going to close.
That's the thing. The businesses are like pleading with these guys. They're like, you don't understand what you're doing. Like, this is going to raise the cost of food. Like, who do you think pays for this?
Yeah, it gets passed off to the customer. It's just going to end in, okay, if nobody loses their job at these wages, in order for them to pay some staff, they're going to have to get rid of some, or people are just not going to be able to afford to eat fast food.
Or they'll just automate things.
Yeah, that too, exactly.
Yeah, and I'll read a little bit of the article because I know how much you love Gavin Newsom or whatever, however his name is pronounced. So that's why I sent it to you.
We got a question here from Pre-Toxic.
Go ahead, Pre-Toxic.
Pre-Toxic. Heard about Dutch City planning to ban meat ads.
Banning meat ads? No. I mean, what is that about? Is that like a vegan thing? People like, why don't we just like ever default to like rationale and like science?
Because that's not the thing anymore. It's about being on a team and outrage, and when they have this right here somebody's gonna get paid for this. This is some big lobby group or something like that pushing some impossible meat or some shit.
What impossible? That's the fucking worst. That's the worst one, right? It's like, it looks like meat, it tastes like meat, but it's not meat. Why don't you just eat meat?
Because they want to find a cheaper way to keep their customer. It's like they're just this is just the ultimate cutting in cost.
But that only exists because there's a group of people who refuse to eat meat for whatever reason. If you don't eat, and the truth is that I don't give a fuck, right? If you don't eat meat for like religious purposes, good for you. If you don't eat meat because you don't like, mass, like, big pharma, big industry, farming, not pharma.
Industrial farming.
Industrial farming, thank you.
Yeah.
Then, good for you. Stand on your grounds. But when you eat like the imitation meat and stuff like that, or you try to impose this rhetoric on other people, and the people start getting crazy, like the women the other day that was sitting in front of, there was a bunch of ladies sitting in front of the milk at a supermarket the other day, like not letting people come to get milk. And I seen another video a couple months ago of people going into stores and like breaking milk on the floor of the supermarket, or just opening it and pouring it out. Isn't that crazy? What do you think? It's like, dude, the milk, I get it. You don't need milk. But come on, dude.
You're going to get the fuck out my way when I want my 2%.
Yeah, well, that's.
You're going to get out my way.
I want to read this article real quick about the $22 an hour. It's the article from CBS News says California fast food workers could see their wages reach $22 an hour by next year. California Governor Gavin Newsom on Monday signed a national leading measure giving more than 500,000 fast food workers more power and protection, despite the objections of restaurant owners who warned it would drive up customers' costs. The landmark law creates 10-member fast food council with equal number of workers, delegates, and employees. So it's almost like from my perspective, the way I read it, it seems like it's like a union that will protect, and I'm using air quotes, fast food workers, and make sure that they're being compensated appropriately.
I mean, the business is going to be business at the end of the day. They're not going to allow state mandates to interfere with their profits. So one way or another, they're going to figure out a way around this, whether that's going to be let go of workers, whether that's going to be offer less benefits incentives. Like, this is going to come from somewhere. Like,
automation.
Yeah, or they're going to automate, like you said. They're going to either cut jobs or they're just going to increase the cost of food. And they'll only increase the cost of food if it's not a detriment to their client base. So once they raise the price of food, if that's the route they choose to go, and they notice a decline in business and in sales, they will stop doing that. And they will bring the cost back down and instead cut workers and start to automate. Like that's what's going to happen. There's no, like, they act like the companies are going to be willing to take on this cost. That's not going to happen. The consumer is going to do it or the employees are going to pay.
Yeah.
Simple.
I agree. And big, large companies like McDonald's, Burger King, and all these huge ones, they won't be nearly as affected as smaller fast food restaurants. Because while the big ones are the ones you see the most, there are also like fast food, like not, I don't want to say mom and pop, but like fast food local restaurants.
But I think they might mean like corporate fast food. Okay. I think they're talking about the big ones more than likely. They're talking about. I hope it doesn't
affect the small business fast food places, because there are a lot of like taco places, burger places that are like, that's fast food, right? No?
I think it fits the demographic of it, but I don't think that's what they're talking about when they're talking about fast food. I think they're talking McDonald's, they're talking Wendy's, they're talking Taco Bell, Burger King, that kind of stuff. Because those places, I'm sure there's going to be a minimum amount of employees that your company has to employ in order to fall under that, because that'd be crazy. Like, you can't have a mom and pop shop that has 3 employees and, you're insisting that they pay their workers $22 an hour when, that's something that they're not able to do.
So shout out to Pre-Toxic, working on all our clips, killing it. If you guys haven't seen all our shorts, you 100% got to check them out. I feel like, me and Justin were talking about that. Like, that's the stuff that sticks now on the internet. Short form content. You know what else people love on the internet?
What?
Hot girls. Did you hear about the Ukraine, like, allegedly creating like these fake female accounts to like lure Russian soldiers in and like get their location?
That's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant.
The article was about Ukraine hackers create fake profiles of attractive women to trick Russian soldiers into exposing their location.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, they said one of them is like linked to like a base that was like blown up like a couple of days later.
Oh my God! So wait a minute. So what they're doing is they're making accounts. Give me a little more.
Okay, so you ever browse the internet and it says hot girls near you? I guess, I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're making Bumble accounts, Grindr accounts, they're on all these fucking dating apps, and these Russian soldiers are sitting in these manholes, and they're looking for some fucking trim, right? They're looking for some digital trim, and they go online, and lo and behold, we're the dumbest fucking species on earth. We will dangle like a little bit of trim in front of us, and it's like everything's out the window, like any logic. Like, you really want to. So they're like, I guess they're at war. They're into Ukraine and they're looking for hot singles. They're looking for local singles. And they get they find them online, and then these girls or guys, whatever, they jazz them up. What's going on? Let's meet. Where you at? It's like, send me your location and shit. And the boom, bam, boom, bam. Literally, their fucking base explodes.
Get hit with a fucking heat seeker.
Yeah.
God damn.
Get hit with a fucking American sponsored bomb.
Fuck, man. That was like, you remember that government official, the guy that was like, he was boning that Chinese spy? They sent some hot Asian chick over there. Yo, he was dating her for like a year. Like, he was like taking her everywhere. Like, he was telling her everything. He was pillow talking everything to a spy from China. They're like, how are they finding all this shit out? And then lo and behold, this idiot is over here getting a handy from somebody that's reporting back to the government.
And yo, the way China gets down, I bet you that chick didn't break character once.
Bro, break character, bro. You kidding me? I think he fought to keep marrying her.
He's in China
like,
now.
I don't believe you guys. Yeah, he defected.
That is so fucking funny.
Jesus.
Damn, there was something I wanted to tell you in between
Isn't
what
that
you
the
just
plot
said.
in Rush Hour? Saeed said. Go, what?
There was something I wanted to say in between you talking about the guy dating the spy and and me talking about the Russians. I don't remember what it was. It was something about that, but I can't remember what it was now. It's so fucking funny.
Yo, we got somebody asking where the live chat is in YouTube. You gotta hit the little, there's like a little looks like a little blurb, like a little word box. It looks, what's it, like a little thought box, So
like, and it says live chat. So if you look where if you hold your phone vertical, you'll see the like button to the far left. Click that. If you don't click the like button, then the live chat's not going to pop up. So, and then there's another button next to it. It looks like a thumb down button. I have no idea what that button does, but I know you never touch it. To the right of that button is like a message icon, and it says live chat. You click that, and the live chat will either pop up at on the right hand side if you're horizontal, or underneath the video if you're vertical.
Yes. And if you're watching our video, you should always be vertical. Horizontal? Yes.
If you're laying down, it depends. Damn, I had a fucking zinger.
You had a zinger, huh?
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. It was on the tip of my tongue.
Sucks, man.
Yeah, it's all right, man. What you got, man? Oh!
I got a couple things. I got what?
I remember what it was now.
What is it? Go ahead.
We were talking about stupid people. That stupid person that tried to assassinate the vice president of, what was that? It wasn't Argentina, was it? Where was it?
That's what it was when you told me about it. I watched the video.
We can't play the video. Like I said, we can't play anything violent anymore.
And it's not even violent because
we just don't want to take the risk.
The firearm was ineffective, but the attempt itself, it's terrifying.
It's crazy. So what's going on is, imagine somebody like any politician leaving like a meeting, and there's a large crowd of people, and they're coming by saying hello, kissing babies and whatnot, and a gun just comes out of the crowd and gets pointed to this woman's face, and all you hear is like and the gun jams. He tries to shoot her, and the gun jams, and then people realize it's a gun, and then it's not like mass hysteria, but it looks like they try to apprehend him, or they do apprehend him.
That shit is terrifying, and it is Argentina. It's the vice president of Argentina. She looked like she was trying to get into a car, so there was like a crowd of people around it, and this gun goes literally this close to her face, and he pulls the trigger, but it just doesn't discharge. And then he like pulls his arm back into the crowd, and then at that point, her security or whatever starts trying to grab him up. But it's like, that shit is terrifying.
Yeah, bro.
That the speed with which it happened, I was like, oh my God, that's divine intervention right there.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable, man. If anybody, I think it was on WorldStar. I think, believe it or not,
that's where I seen it.
Was the reliable news source that reported such information. But
it's probably like a 6-year-old video.
Yo, there were multiple angles of it too. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh my God, man.
Yeah,
that shit was terrifying, man. Prayers to them and her family, and whatever kind of deeds they're doing, they must be good, because she's got to stick around, because somebody had a plan for her.
Facts.
Shit is crazy.
But on a higher note, we're back. We have the Reddit report for today. I know we didn't get you guys much last week or the week before, but we're back with the Reddit report. No, my animation isn't complete yet, but we do have a video for you guys today.
Yeah, so we got a little video here. It's not just in New York or in, big cities, Chicago, places like that where you have strong infrastructure, where you have, buildings opening up and ribbon cutting ceremonies. And then places like, like New York, where we have so many bridges, there's always bridges that are being worked on, engineers, and then they have these ribbon cutting ceremonies with politicians and stuff. So it's not just in New York and in parts of America where this occurs.
And I want you guys to know something. When I see infrastructure being developed in other countries, it makes me happy. When I see like big bridges, skyscrapers and shit like that going up in countries that, they don't have that. It's like their first one, their first highway, things like that. It's like, wow.
Yeah, cheers.
They're really doing their thing. Yeah.
Facts.
Good on you.
So we got one for you guys. This one right here was a new bridge opening. I believe it's in the Congo, and we're just going to let you guys go ahead and take a look at this with us.
Is there sound to that?
I think so.
Okay.
We're about to find out.
They cut the ribbon within. Look at this.
They're laughing. People are laughing at him.
How does that happen? Was that ribbon holding it together?
Because they tried to put the whole government on the one bridge.
You want to know what?
Look, they're all fighting to get off. Bro, I'm done.
I don't know, man.
But I'll tell you what, man, that ribbon looked like it was that. I didn't know that ribbon was going to be load bearing. Yeah. They shouldn't have clipped that. They should have consulted somebody first.
That's so fucking weird. It's weird because you can't see too far back, but it's like, what happened to everybody else?
Yo,
there was only one person I seen that got successfully saved off of this thing.
Yeah, it looked like. I mean, it didn't look like there was really much of something to build a bridge over. Is it just me?
Yeah, no.
It looked like they were just like and landed on their feet.
It looked like they were cutting the fucking, because the title said there was a bridge, but it looked like they were cutting a ribbon on new scaffolding. That's what it looked like. It looked like it was like a paper mache fucking elevator. But I don't live in the fucking Congo, so I don't know.
There definitely was some infrastructural issues.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely some structural compromise.
Yeah,
on that.
They cheaped out on an engineer.
They should have at
least that shit.
At least check the weight capacity.
It was like
before you load up the whole fucking town.
The same guy who built that bridge is the same dude who built that theme park in where was that roller
Action
coaster
Park, bro?
The action. Where was it?
I think it's in Jersey.
No, I'm talking about the one that was in. It was all over media the other day. It was all over social media the other day. It was like you sent it to me.
Oh, it's in India.
Yes,
that carnival ride. That's why I don't mess with these kind of rides. You're not gonna come and I don't mess with any portable ride.
Give us the context. What are we talking about?
We're talking about. We should have pulled this video up.
Yeah, we should have.
This thing we should have pulled up. So there's this ride in like India. It's like one of those things where it's a big pole and then there's a disc. Where people like sit in the disc and it goes up like the shaft of this of this ride. You know what I mean? It goes right up the shaft. You know what I mean?
So shaft in the middle, disc at the top. Go ahead.
Disc, and the shaft goes through the middle of the disc, right? And the disc goes like up and down or whatever. So it goes all the way up to the top. And then just for some reason, just free falls all the way down and just hits the ground. And like everybody's jumping out of the chairs. And they said a bunch of people got hurt. And I'm like, see, this is why I don't mess with these rides, bro.
Yeah, no.
I don't mess with these rides. When's the last time you think that thing got serviced?
I don't go on any of those fucking carnival fucking roller coasters or anything like that.
Nah.
Even the other day, someone got hurt at Six Flags on El Toro.
Yeah.
That shit will fuck your neck up.
A lot of people got hurt.
Yeah, if you're not from the States, so you've never been to, we have an amusement park called the Six Flags Great Adventure.
Well, they have them all over the world. I think. I think there's a few.
So if you've never heard of the theme park Six Flags Great Adventure, it's a theme park. And they have this ride called El Toro. And it's like made out of wood and shit. I feel like it's been there forever, but that shit will fuck your neck up. Someone got hurt on that shit the other day too.
All right, so newsflash. I'm completely full of shit. And there's only like 5 of them in the United States.
And they're all on the East Coast, right?
Now, there's Texas, there's Eureka, there's in St. Louis, there's Jersey, of course.
Okay.
Jackson Township, New Jersey. Oh, those are all the Jersey ones. But anyway, so go ahead. So this is like the best amusement park This is pretty much the best amusement park in the U.S. for roller coasters, in my opinion. One of the best. There's adult rides here. It's not like there's no teacup bullshit is not the main attraction here. You know, they're pretty legit, adventurous kind of roller coasters. I mean, where else?
I would agree with that. I don't know if it's the best one just because I'm not like privy to that. I would say it's the best one on the Northeast. Because I think Ohio has one that's like really good.
Ohio has one?
They have like, I know they have like the biggest roller coaster, or they had it at one point.
See, that's the thing is like, I know there's a few places throughout the United States that have like one incredible roller coaster, like that's the go-to. But Six Flags will have like 5 roller coasters that most people would be like, that shit was dope.
Yeah.
You know, like it's where you get I feel like the most bang for your buck in terms of rides.
Do they have that shit around the world?
No.
Does everywhere know?
What?
Theme parks?
Yeah, they have theme parks. Like I think there's like a Disney in China. They're all over the place. There's different kinds of amusement parks.
Okay.
But
they doing Fright Fest and shit.
Bro, I really want to go to Fright Fest this year. You ever been to Fright Fest?
Yeah, I used to go all the time.
Get out of here, yo.
Yeah.
That's it. You just made me realize when I'm doing this, we're going.
Bro, one of my favorite like things that I did like you know, spur of the moment things, like spontaneous things I did. We were going to, there's a racetrack in Jersey in Englishtown called I think it's called Englishtown Raceway. And there was an event there. It was Honda Day. For anybody who doesn't know, Honda Day is just the day where, you know, only Hondas race, and they have a show outside of the racetrack where, like, you know, only Hondas are there, and it's like everybody brings their Honda, whatever. After we left there, it's in New Jersey, in Englishtown, New Jersey. We went there, spent like, you know, the first half a day there, and then from there drove straight to Six Flags and just had a blast. Like it was I was young. I remember I was maybe like 23, 24. It was just like one of those things that you remember, like, damn, this was such a good time. I'm gonna talk about this forever kind of times. And yeah, that's it. And it was like a crew of us. It was like maybe like 6 or 7 of us. We were all in different cars. It was back in the day, you know, when I didn't have many responsibilities and shit. I was paying for my car note and a cell phone.
Yeah, and
a little bit of rent, you know.
And everything that was left over was for pissing away.
Yeah, everything already was just dumped into the automobile.
Yeah, now you're all like, what happens if my back goes out? You know?
Now I'm worried about other things, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like a spot on my back.
We got gonna hit the dermatologist. We got a lot of chats to catch up on here. Saeed said, damn, they playing Bridge Simulator. Bro, is that a PVC railing?
What are they cutting the fucking... This shit's not even ready yet.
All right, so there's like a little 3-part story here that Pre-Toxic wrote about some cemetery in Pakistan or something. You guys could read this. It's pretty long.
Did you hear about that girl coming back to life? I think it was in Mexico. Like 3 days after she was dead.
Oh shit! Damn, they had to come on. They had to recast Jesus as a woman too. God damn. Yo, can't men have anything anymore?
Bro, it was I forgot where it was. I think it was in Mexico. There was this young girl. She died of like a lung infection or something like that. They buried her. They were at her funeral 3 days later, and she started breathing. And they brought her to the hospital, and it turns out that shit happens sometimes. Like sometimes there's like some kind of nerve thing that goes on, and you won't come alive again, but like you'll breathe and like your heart will beat and shit.
But so she's not alive.
She's not alive. I shouldn't have used that word.
All right, so she's probably still considered clinically dead, like brain dead.
Mm-hmm.
But her heart. All right. Yeah. I mean, because what kills you in that scenario is lack of oxygen to your brain. So her brain won't come back. But that can absolutely happen. I mean, your heart's like an electrical conductor. It's like its own generator. It creates electricity. Which
put a 12 volt to that thing, and you're right back up to baseline. But she didn't continue.
I thought you said you made it seem like she like popped up from a nap and shit was like, am I late for school? And they're like, you've been dead.
Listen, I gotta sell the story. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I was all on board. I was like, stop playing. I was like, what kind of novella is this?
No, but it's crazy. It also goes to show you that they're not doing no embalming down there. There's no fucking...
No.
There's no work being done after you die out there. They just put her in a fucking casket.
Well, I mean, What else are you gonna do? We're the only ones. We're like the only country that goes extra. Besides like Puerto Rico, like taking you to a taxidermist and shit like that. That's next level
Oh,
shit.
the only country that fucking like embobs our bodies and shit.
I mean, we're not the only country, but I'm sure that we go extra with extra shit, putting lipstick on people and shit like that.
I know, yeah, they definitely. Everywhere else, they bury you like a couple days later. We're the only ones that give you like 2 weeks notice to a fucking funeral.
That's why we have to go ahead and salt you and like preserve you for a month in like nitrates and turn you into like a big salami.
Yeah, you're like
Pretty
a
much.
fucking big fucking piece of bacalao.
Yeah, facts. Big ass saltfish. You know, like that's what ends up happening. Nobody else plays that shit. ¿Qué está buscando?
My fucking seltzer. Oh.
But
My backup seltzer.
yeah, man, that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy.
It is true though, you know, everywhere else in the world they bury their dead much faster than we do.
Look, Spaz said, referring to what I said about Jesus, he said, and she did it faster than a man too, because she's a woman.
3 days. No, but the reason why I mentioned that and why I think it's so interesting is because when you think about like, there's always these like points in history where like things happen that are crazy. What the fuck are you laughing at, bro? There's always these things that happen that people consider like the story of Jesus coming back to life. Like, how do we know that that wasn't just something like this? If that situation even fucking, well, their story is different because this guy fucking came totally back to life. He was talking, eating and shit again. But like,
He wasn't talking and eating. Guy had magic too. I was doing a lot. He was doing the most, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus was 100% real.
yo, when you think about like stuff like this that happens, like this probably happened, you know, a couple thousand years ago too. People come back to life, like, oh shit, Dave fucking came back to life. He was right about all the shit he was saying.
Well, you know that was like the reason for a gravekeeper and shit like that back in the day. Like, you know, you ever hear the concept of a gravekeeper?
Yeah.
The person that like, he wasn't just landscaping.
Nah.
He was there because they didn't really have any 100% foolproof way of knowing you were alive or not. So some people would be pronounced dead, but they were really in like a comatose state or heavily sedated and very, you know, difficult to, you know, read like heart rates and shit. Like, you know, people weren't sure. They're like, oh, this guy's comatose. I don't know. You're dead when you don't wake up after 3 slaps.
Yeah.
So they used to like just bury people and they would tie a string to your finger and tie it up to a bell. And then if you were still alive, after they buried you, you ring the bell and the gravekeeper would come dig you up.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy.
That shit is crazy. And that's a fire job. Think about it.
That's just not a fire job. You kidding me? First guy that sat down was like, fuck, they're ringing already? I thought this was an easy gig.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, how many times that guy got to dig somebody up?
I mean, it
He
depends.
probably, I'll tell you right now, that bell rings, that guy can't find that fucking shovel.
Bro, I'm going to tell you
No
what.
way he finds that shovel. No one's used that shovel in years. He's going to be like, fuck.
Bro, you
There's
wish.
no shovel?
You wish nobody used it that often. You'd be shocked. I bet you he was digging somebody up twice a week.
You think the wind would blow and he would hear some shit?
Bro, he was probably like, you know what, bro? He buried everybody with a trowel so they could dig themselves out.
This is
He's
your
like,
problem now.
Listen, I'm going on vacation. Okay, take this and just bury you with it.
You might need it. Did you see, are you caught up on Game of Thrones?
Yes, I am. All 3 episodes.
Are you-
Spoiler alert if you don't want to hear about it, because I'm ready to talk about it. House of Dragons, I'm down.
Wait, I wasn't going to talk about the show. I'm caught up and I would love to talk about it.
I'm caught up. If you're not caught up, don't exit the podcast.
I don't want to ruin it for anybody else.
All right. Anybody in the chat right now, let us know if you guys don't want us talking about
I just
this.
wanted to know if you were enjoying it so far.
I am enjoying it.
Okay, me
Thoroughly.
too. Me too.
Thoroughly.
I think the things that are happening on the show are badass.
I really do. I really do. I think that, you know, what's his name's brother is a boss.
Oh, he's a gangster.
He's a goddamn thug.
Uh-huh.
You know, ain't nothing better than running up on the crab feeder. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, how crazy is
That guy had a very Mankind vibe.
Yeah,
to
he
me, you
did.
remember
Yeah,
wrestling?
100%. And I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Mr. Sacco?
Bro, before Mr. Sacco, when they introduced Mankind, when they just used to go to a dark room, they used to cut from like the announcers to a dark room, and it would just be a guy rocking back and forth in his dark room. And it took months for them to reveal the character, and then he became a wrestler. Like, he wasn't a wrestler, he was some background character.
And he wasn't, but he was somebody before he was Mankind too.
No, he was Mankind first.
And then who did he become?
Then he became Dude Love, and also Cactus Jack, and also Mick Foley, which is his real identity.
Yeah. I thought he was somebody else before he was Mankind.
I mean, he may have been way back in the day, but when he like resurfaced as a big time superstar, he was Mankind. But that's the extent of my wrestling knowledge because it's been many years. But when I was a kid, I was down with that shit, bro.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to love that shit too. But go ahead, man. I know you got I know you had some things you wanted to talk about. We're at the 56 minute. So I didn't. What's so funny?
Saeed said, "This is too much info. I'm unsubscribed." And Peace, he said, "This is too much info. Now, if Mick Foley doesn't show up when I watch House of Dragons, I'm a sue." Nah, but we ain't gonna talk about it. All right, guys, we won't talk about it.
No, we're not talking about it.
But,
I think it'd be fucked up to talk about because even if you like,
can we talk about the look of like how they're shooting it? I'm big into like how they made this just like a whole array of different people that have white hair.
Yes,
you know what I mean. Like, and you know this is straight up Targaryen bloodline.
Yes.
Like way back. It's like everything. You know how that was a rare character in the new Game of Thrones? Mm-hmm. So many people look like that in the show, and it's so legit, man. It's so legit. You got that. You got you know, the typical politics for the throne and stuff.
The dragons look very cool.
Yeah, they look super dope, man. And I feel like it's the side story I wanted. I didn't want a side story of anybody else. I mean, I'll take a Winterfell side story.
Okay, yeah, I would too.
I'll take a Winterfell one, but really the Targaryens were where it's at, man. That's what I want. I want the Dothraki story too. I can't lie.
I would do all three of those. I would do like a story about like what was the guy who in the first Game of Thrones in the first series who died? The girl's like Jon Snow's dad.
Ned Stark.
If they did like a story of like Ned Stark and like his fucking.
That's Winterfell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they did that story, that'd be cool. And I would love a
Khal Drogo,
story.
right?
Yeah.
Khal Drogo, bro. I'm all about it. You know what comes out this Friday?
What?
More new episodes of C.
Oh, another good show. If you guys haven't, if you guys have Apple TV or you guys are creative and can find things on the internet, check out the show C. SEE.
Saif is funny. He said they already made a story about Winterfell. It's called Game of Thrones.
No, if they keep them alive for more than a fucking couple episodes, you know?
I got to be honest with you, man. This isn't a spoiler alert because Game of Thrones is over and everything, right, guys? You guys are cool with that? When they took Ned Stark's head, I was devastated, bro.
Well, that show, like when it came out, it was all about just like shocking stuff.
Yeah.
Like everything from, you know, what's his name being pushed out the window to this guy banging his sister. It was all just like, what the fuck is going on?
Bro, the Red Wedding to this day is one of the craziest, like, surprising scenes that I've ever seen. When they just turned around, everybody just stood up and they looked around and everybody just started killing his whole family.
How crazy is that?
I was like, it was a slaughtering. And I was like, damn. I was like, this right here is really what it used to be like back in the day. Mm-hmm. That's really what it was like. Everybody tries to pretend humans are so civilized and, you know, and we shouldn't be capable of violence. I'm like, people were savages just a few hundred years ago. People were complete and utter savages. And even more recent, but I mean, like, in terms of this, just like wipe out the families, kill the sons, they'll come for us, you know, like that kind of shit. That wasn't that long ago. Mm-mm. You know, when people were on horseback ordering the you know, like the decimation of a whole village and shit, like that shit is crazy.
Wasn't that long ago Genghis Khan was slinging dick throughout all of fucking Northwest Asia.
Yes. He really, you know, half the, what do they say? Like, not half. Here I am throwing out stats.
I think it's like 5% or something like that.
Even so.
That's a lot of fucking people.
That's a lot, man. I'll tell you what, man.
There's more people there than anywhere else in the world.
Yeah. I mean, it's something that, you know, he was the definition of like a dominant predator roaming the planet. That's the goal in the animal kingdom. You know, every lion that has those thick, dark manes, you know, when they have those dark manes that they like haven't lost fights and shit like that. You know that?
I didn't know that.
Like there's some kind of, I could be, I'm 95% sure.
Yeah.
That,
And don't listen or take anything that we fucking ever say as a fact.
yeah, when they have a dark mane, that means like they've been kicking ass for a minute and nobody fucks with them.
Damn.
Like it's like some kind of shit. And when they lose a fight, like their mane falls out. It's some kind of shit like that. Let me double check this.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I never seen a lion without a mane. It probably look funny as fuck.
Yeah, let me see. Black manes are perhaps the most telling status symbol. Manes darken with age, and thick dark hair indicates a well-fed lion. That means a black mane lion is likely in his prime, eating well, and getting plenty of loving from the ladies. You know, when you see that dark mane, he's out here crushing it.
That
you know
thing's
what I
out
mean?
here fucking shooting rope.
Bro, you kidding me? When he looks like he plays lead guitar for Kiss, you better fucking get it ready, ladies.
That's funny. I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. Dark mane apparently, all right, a dark mane is apparently a marker the female uses to evaluate the fitness of a male, she said. So I don't know who she is. Maybe they interviewed a female lion, suggesting that lions' manes evolved over time through sexual selection.
I'll tell you one thing.
Dark male, what?
If you go out there with some Just for Men, you could really change the way the jungle works.
Genghis Khan ain't got shit. You know what I'm saying? Dark-maned male lions generally have a higher level of testosterone, which means they are more aggressive fighters. The hell happened? I think we're still good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still up. All right, but we're at the hour though.
We are at the hour.
We're at the hour, so we're gonna cut it here, guys.
Is there anything you wanted to go over? For everybody at home that's listening to us that just freaked out, my monitors all went to sleep, which doesn't fucking ever happen.
Yeah.
So that's why we freaked out for a second, because we don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, look, Saif, I looked this up. I looked it up loosely, but I didn't really see it. He said, damn, so if taking that L ain't enough, you get alopecia for losing a fight.
Yeah, can you imagine? That's like some samurai shit, right? You gotta cut your hair.
I'm telling you, yeah, or like some Yakuza shit. They get to take a finger.
Ugh.
Let me see. I'm going to look this up. I wish we had our assistant.
Yeah, who didn't pick up the phone today.
And who hasn't been here in weeks.
We haven't seen this guy in eons.
Here, let's see. Do lions lose their mane
After losing scraps.
when they lose a fight? Unlike wild lions, captive lions don't have to fight for their food. After losing a fight, a wild lion feels less manly and his testosterone levels drop, which thins out his mane.
Holy shit.
So when you see that motherfucker with the luscious locks that's all dark down to his balls,
Yeah.
you know he's out here getting it.
Yeah.
All right, ladies, listen up.
Listen.
That doesn't apply with people. Because
That's so funny.
I have lost many a spar in my life.
Yeah.
But
Look at that beard you got, though. Yours connects down to your balls, too.
you know what I'm saying? It does. Absolutely. Got the sweat there. But that's all we got, guys. That's the hour. We appreciate everybody in the chat. Please give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so that you get a notification every single time we go live. And let them know where they can find the audio.
You can find the audio version of this podcast on all your podcast listening platforms. So Spotify, fucking Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, all of them.
All of them. And Saif, yo, you're going to call in.
Saif
We want you
on
to
fire
call in.
tonight?
Bro, he's on fire. He said the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
That's a fact.
The more viscous the juice, too.
Yeah.
But, yo, man, shout out to all you guys, man. We appreciate everybody in the chat. You guys make this so much more fun, man. We appreciate everybody and thank you guys. So, that's what we got.
That's
We
it.
out. Episode 119, Masters of None Podcast.